who's ready to have some fun. This is the Fast Soul Music Podcast. It's episode 26. My name's London Electricity. Let's go. Exclusive. It's Mozey on the remix. A tune by me called Come Dancing. From the $1 Billion Remixes album, coming out in the spring. Oh, the sheer joy of it. Hello. Sound of Reuben and Phoenix in my mind on Overview. And Reuben very kindly sent me a whole folder of tunes. Absolutely wicked. What a great producer. Okay, right, incoming. Brand new from Polaris, Schematic and Natalie Wood. This is lovely. Coming out on UKF. Big up Vlad Polaris. Yeah, it's wicked. I've been a long time supporter of Polaris. And mate, it's wicked to see your work coming through. This is new music from Dawn Wall. A tune called Movies. And thank you for all your shouts. I'm going to wait till it's not a vocal track before I start reading them out. And I just want to share my gratitude with you all for listening. And you are a lovely bunch. Thank you. Nice marimba work on this. And this is outstanding. It's Flava D remix of New Logic. What I've always waited for. Whoa. And there's a New Logic remix EP coming out, I believe, in April. And Kevin Newell from Washington State says, thank you for the shouts for my kiddos, Tony. They're hyped to hear you, the voice they've heard their whole lives on the podcast. What are they? Are they 1 year old? Giving them special mention means a lot to them and me, so big ups to you. Today we listened to the Sun and Bass podcast on the way to and from school and on the way to practices of climbing team and gymnastics. Good parenting right there. Love that. And now they think it's not just Dad's weird music. There you go. Thanks, Kevin. And Jan Habrun. Is a person with the name of Jan Habrun, and I haven't written down the shout. Sorry, Jan. Roland H/Tex Pete says, Tony, I'm not sure when your next highly anticipated podcast will be, but hopefully not too far into the future. May I please request a shout to my oldest brother? He's just cracked the 50th milestone and entirely worthy of a big fat shout out. You got it.
To meet up on the corner. Woman, I love you. Let me not take care for you. We never have no drama. Well, woman, I love you. Let my love be served for you. We never have no drama. Me and you, we used to meet up on the corner. Woman, I love you. Let me not take care for you. Drama. Me and you, we used to meet up on the corner. Well, if the rain should fall, I got no business at all. Oh, when I want to hold you with my arm, hold you with my arm. Me love it, your pretty face, step into the drums and the bass. Never let your love be got away. Well, do my I love you.
It's the sound of Voltage featuring Sweety, Irie, Natty Love, the Serum remix, and this is one of the tunes from the NHS 500 album. It's coming out on the 31st of March.
Me and you a foundation. Tell you no me love you when you bring it up and mix it on my life. Love me good that time it on you in a wifey. Me and you, we used to meet up on the corner. Well, do my I love you. Well, do my I love you.
Incoming is lovely tune by Hologram. It's called Old Piano Vibe. Love it. I'm going to play this in Tulum. Aaron Taylor says, can I get a massive shout out to the D&B crew in Dubai who had their first proper night out thanks to Signal. It's been 3 years since we had a D&B only night since COVID happened. Our scene is so small as it is, and we desperately need more D&B lovers to show support. Big love to the D&B DXB crew. But if you'd like me to come down and play in Dubai, just say the word. And Fanny says, big shouts out to Offerbot from Leipzig. I have sent him my demos recorded in 2015. He took a short sample of my vocals, sketched a track out of it in a matter of a few days. It's fantastic what he's capable of doing regarding voice processing. I'm inspired to go to the studio and jam some more stuff. Nice. And Thomas says, a shout out to Thomas in Hamburg, please. I can't wait for spring and warm weather. And Mitch Ross writes in and says, yes, big man. Thank you for your music and your legacy. I'd like a shout out for being 50 days sober, please. Your music has been a place of inspiration and a place of solace while finding my new path in this life. Thank you. Big love. Mitch. Congratulations on your 50 days, Mitch. We live this life one day at a time. Another tune now from the NHS 500 compilation on Hospital Records. This is called Live by the Sword. And it's Anais. In the studio with Sudley and Champion Die.
From the gutter with guns and bread and butter, so you better duck if you hear the thunder. Plenty people suffer, gotta hustle, get the funds up. Looking at statistics, you can see not many come up. We've been going since the sun up, preparing for the winter. Pressure building up, but the ice is getting thinner. It's a concrete jungle where there's snakes or gorillas. You don't get to see the bigger picture on Insta. You live by the sword or you die by the sword. It's best to stay cool and abide by the law. Where do we go from here? Give me the options that I have. A lot of the man them stuff all the money up in the duffel bag. There's no looking back. I have to walk my own path. My destination gets closer, so I know that I have to hold on as it gets colder and colder out here. Is that why I'm feeling anti? Doing up my hoodie, making my way home. Got a suit and a Maggie. Street lights reflecting over puddles in the alley. Link up with the baddie. I feel get the bag. There's no time to dilly dally. Me and all my brothers got a hold down all the family. 80 on the dash, man, I gotta keep it moving. Can't be getting stuck in traffic. You can live by your words and die by your action. Action, 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 action. You live by the sword or you die by the sword. So I'm out here on the gully. Don't wanna hear moaning, everyone on the
And I really, really enjoyed playing a set at Motion Bristol Hospitality the other weekend with Anais.
When I say I mean that, trust me. Need more than a seatbelt, these roads can be bumpy. You know what they say, there's no smoke without fire. It's coming from the car but not the burning.
She is one of my favourite people at the moment.
Be opposite to what you call quiet. I'm trying to stay positive amongst all the riot. I just move in silent. I get where I don't talk. Don't even realise I don't know if I need to sign out to my phone, no. Cause I just been lost in my own thoughts. It's peace. But man's always been a grafter. Never did accept NO as an answer. Track is too clean and the kicks are looking proper. Up and out early. Never been a dosser. Been a straight up dude. I ain't talking about no posture. A lot of man are actors. You should give that man an Oscar. Been a cold world. Better watch out how you move. Cause man will move your girl. Then be asking for a
And this is new music by Dunk. It's called Target. It's on Bowl Cut Beats. Shouting from Hayden, who says big up. What I don't want to be doing right now is I am in Napier, New Zealand, recovering from the floods. Big ups to all the support coming in. Massive effort. Yeah, huge shout out to everyone in New Zealand affected by floods, including my cousin Emma, who lives there. Big love, big shouts. Shout out to AMC, who's going to join us in Tulum. Now, Locust Tulum, if you live in the USA or Mexico or in South America and you're thinking about, do you want to go? Well, trust me, you really do. Absolutely unbelievable lineup for a festival. 100% drum and bass in Tulum, by the sea, in Mexico. What's not to love? Get yourself down there. Like and a chef Matt Black, massive shout, but he says I didn't want to buy another camera, but I did. I asked some of you if you did things that you didn't want to do. So there's a few interesting ones. This is brand new music on Gold Fat. It's Mitekiss with Kublai, and it's called Raincoat. I had a lovely shout in from Mother's Finest, Namaste. He says, hey Tony, I just wanted to say thank you for all that you do. Oh, I know it always feels weird when we receive compliments or someone hypes us for what we do. But this is also a reminder for you that you are allowed to be gentle to yourself and you deserve the love you receive. I'm going to turn this around and give this out to all you guys. Yeah, because this applies to everybody. Because come on, you give so much love. You remind us constantly to keep going. And I really feel this strong love and passion you give to us through your music. What I want to do now is to kick that fear of failing in the butt and start doing what I love. Write down what is in my head, record vocals, support DJs as a vocalist during drum and bass sets, and inspire people to do the same. Go after your dreams. I promise you, it's worth it, people. We only live like this one time. So no matter what your personal fear is, ask yourself, what is going to happen if I fail? Much love, we got this. That's quite interesting because the way I start my day, and I can only do this if the house is empty, I put my coffee on, and while it's brewing, I do surrender and say some prayers to my higher power. And this morning's one was, I'm afraid of what people will think of me. I'm afraid that people are going to judge me. What can I learn from that? And what came back was just turn it around. If you don't judge other people, then it doesn't matter if they judge you. If you accept other people, then you'll be able to accept yourself. And it is all about self-acceptance. That was my little morning thing this morning anyway. Incoming brand new music from Jubei and LSB. A tune called The Source. Coming out on Carbon Music. This is beautiful, check it out. There's a lovely echo of Marcus Intellects there on those bongos. Beautiful. And shouting from, it's hard to pronounce the name, it looks like Boerki Photo, says, hi Tony. After 7 hours of fighting for a natural birth, the doctors decided to do a caesarean section. So our son Hans Maximilian was born on March 23rd, 2022. After a total of 12 hours, I was on my way home and your podcast leads me home through the evening and helped me to calm down. Helped me process all the positive emotions I had experienced helped me to scream out all the rest of my energy and brought me back to the ground. Whether you want it or not, you are now connected to our family in a very special way. Thank you for that, and thank you for accompanying a large part of our lives with your podcast and your music. And thank you for your positive charisma and your infinite optimism, and thank you for your commitment to the Ukraine crisis. Thank you for doing what you do. Sally and Burkhardt from Halle Saale in Germany. Slava Ukraine. Zero T and Onge. Mozey's Cartel on vocals. This is called Love Thing. Serenity Sound UK shouts, hey Tony, currently in work listening to Hospital's Forza Horizon playlists. I wish I were home, but sticking it out as we do all. Have a great day, you and the family. Love from the Northwest. And Kasich23 says, you gave me a shout out once in 2012. I've since moved to Canada and there is no drum and bass scene, so the podcast is my bridge back home. Thanks for all you do, London Elec. Shout in from Rohan Finger. Good Tubes XYZ says, I didn't want to go back to school at 42 and leave my synths behind for a while, but it might be worth it. Maybe. Hopefully. I hope so too. Good luck with that. You can always go back to your synths later in life. Trust me, I know. The Carrot Cruncher, that's a wicked name, says shout out to all Ukrainians suffering Putin's special operation in the second year. Absolutely huge shout out to everyone in Ukraine, and huge shout out to everyone everywhere else who is gunning for Ukraine, supporting Ukraine and doing what they can for Ukraine. We will not give up.
What's real and what's not?
I know that voice. It's Zara Kershaw. The artist is called Bastion, and this is called Skin. New music from Waeys, who's got an album out on Critical. This is called Familiar Face. Big love going out to Casper Waeys, one of my favourite producers. Shouts in, shouts out. Grimesy D&B. And Soul Breaks, who says he is deep in the dungeon making beats. Shout out Tony and Hospital for amazing music with more to come. Andrew Wardell says, I'm picking my wife up from the airport after solo parenting for a week. M Selector says, so what I'm not doing is DJing. Life was hard for the last 10 years, taking care of family. I had to sell equipment to feed them. After grieving and recovering, I'm enjoying with Launchpad and a little Ableton. So it's all about music again. Absolutely is all about music. And our New School 95 says, shout out to Ali from Morocco, please. And Lewis Barzy says, I had an alcohol-free Saturday, so I could wake up bright and early to play golf this morning. First time on the main course, and I loved it. We'll be listening to your podcast next weekend on the golf course. Now, many decades ago, I used to enjoy golf. I had to stop though. I used to get too angry. Like really, really angry. I'm a bit more mellow now, so maybe I should try it again. music from Reuben coming in. This is called Spyware. He's got a wicked touch, this guy. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. That's what I'm talking about. I love that little kind of triplet snare feel. That's wicked. And Type 1 Dialectic writes in to say, Tony, I didn't want to buy another sampler, but I did. Why the sad face? You've got another sampler, you idiot. Yeah, shout out to Samplerholics Anonymous. And Matthias Frankfurt says, where can we find this podcast? It doesn't seem to be available. Okay. The Phantom Podcast. Yeah, just look in my bio. There's a link. Shout to Apir Van DMB and Ray Harps, who says, play Hunt the Tomato in Lidl. So if you don't live in the UK, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we have a fresh vegetable shortage. And everyone's getting scurvy due to lack of vitamin C because, well, according to our government and the government's mouthpiece, which is the BBC now, it's not our fault. It's because of the weather in Spain and Morocco. But the rest of Europe isn't short of vegetables. So what's the difference? What's the one thing that's different in the UK? Oh yeah, it's Brexit, of course it is. And everyone seems to be in denial about it over here, but it is true. You see, we're all experiencing the same things, which is worldwide recession, Russia's genocidal invasion of Ukraine, post-COVID syndrome, global warming. We all get that. But here in the UK, to make it all much worse, we've got something else. We cut off all our ties with Europe, which is only the biggest economy in the world and on our doorstep. So of course we experience problems like no other country in the Northern Hemisphere. It's absolutely ridiculous. And our absolute fuckheads who are in charge of us in the government, they refuse to see what's in front of them. Or at least they see it, but they refuse to admit it. It's unbelievable. New music from FaZe now. This is called I Need Her. It's coming out on Metalheads. Wicked drums. I love that little tom fill. Really nice. And Lock H says, I'm looking forward to the new episode. It's perfect for the gym. Shout out to Ollie, who comes with me to Gretchen next month to see Spy. I want to give a shout out to the Bristol Fungarium. If you know, you know. If you don't know, well, you might want to know. They very kindly sent me their whole selection of fungus tinctures. Because I suffer from peripheral neuropathy, I hit them up and I said, do you think you can help me with your stuff? I wasn't blagging, but they were very kind and sent me some stuff. So I'm taking it as directed. And I'm going to give it at least like 6 or 7 weeks before I report back as to whether there are any benefits or not. So it's an interesting one. They also very kindly sent me some lovely chocolate. So yeah, Bristol Fungariums. The Funglist Massive. And shout out to Goldie and DJ Ron who put me onto them. New music from Zero T. It's called Form 1 on CIA. I think I'm going to finish with this one, so I'm going to try and get all the shouts in over this. Sorry, Kian.
Form 1.
Lovely. Shout out to Quiff and Smithy who run CIA. Okay, and Ben Benson has written in to say, hello Tony, I spend my time on the most joyful thing in life, making music. I started making music again in 2020 and kept on doing it almost daily since then. Because as you said back then, in lockdown we gain extra time. And I used it to think about what matters most in my life. Thank you for your words and the music you bring us. It's very inspiring. And Listen React says, see you in Tulum at Locust Festival. Copycat Mart says, hello Tony, I hope you're doing well and preparing for yet another smashing session in Tulum. Shouts to my friend Paolo for finding this pizza place in town and inviting me on this Sunday to try out their pizza. P.S. Pizza is a plan that generally never fails to disappoint when going out in town. Now, depending on the pizza, that's true. Mr. Twigs says big shout out to Tom Fum and Guy JD.
One.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Irie, who's coming down to Tulum. Looking forward to meeting you, mate. To inlovingmem.mori. Who's that? Mr. Mowgli. Princess 1024. Shani Ace.
One.
Leon Music Official.
One.
Shout out to Anzia Cass. Gyrosol Vibes. Ambisextra. Ooh. JC76. Timmy Burns 82. Defeated by Seeds. Maria Sangria. Andre Sanchez. Mr. Devo. Chris Cuba Libra. Quan Killer. Morgan S. Happy. Wild Boy Slim. Prince Rod. Ryan Fluxo. Hassan Halawi.
One.
Shout out to Happy Nadik and congratulations on your marriage. To Johnny Mitekiss, Martin Swellifit, Champagon, Marilu 42, Trauma DBD and B, DJ Joey Sassa, Ray Venture, Liam Jackson Graphics, The Joyful Cheese. I'll leave it there.